It's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They'll try the left side. Conrad. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And his first carry, he loses the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And hopefully for both. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Being chased out left. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass. Tua. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is brought in at the 21. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. The 20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play that time through the air, 34 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
They'll run on 1st down. Conrad, he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Murray going to fire one out wide. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Washington, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now Now a second down and 6. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown, Washington! Logan Thomas, his second touchdown on the season.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Conrad, and able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Third down, Conrad, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. On first down, Conrad, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a give, right side, Conrad, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Cardinals on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They'll run on first down. Conrad And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. And that's on the guard, Cody Ford. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here's Taylor on the return. And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. Touchdown Washington. Logan Thomas, as the first half is winding down. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
A final shot before half for Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Tua's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
And the Cards are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Conrad, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Murray now. He's going to look deep for more. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off. 56, come on, boys. 56. Check 56.
Here's Tua. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 20! Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 81 yards.
And Washington able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, Arizona.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A huge play there for Arizona. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Washington 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the 27-yard line.
From the 27, Tua winds up and lets it go for Samuel. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Murray going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Murray. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tua sets up to pass it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to get the football back at their own 17. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Murray now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Conrad. And he's got some space here. And he will be out of bounds with a 1st down as they will have a 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Murray. And that is incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A huge play there for Washington. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Tua going to run the sneak, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Washington 35.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go!
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.